If your goal is easy to get, bright, natural, hydrated, smooth under eye concealer, this is the video for you. And not to get shady or anything, but if you want a natural, cakey, all over your face concealer, watch any other tutorial. Oh, she went there. Hey, what's up, and welcome back to ByStephieNics. So if I had to pick the #1 most frustrating makeup problem that I've had in my life, it would probably be creasing, cakey, fading, dull, just not good concealer. Literally nothing has plagued me more. Let's take it all the way back to young Steffi, little girl growing up, wanting to try out some makeup. The first thing I wanted to try was concealer. I've naturally always had dark under eyes. It's just, you know, how I am. So it was something that really bothered me and I wanted to fix it with concealer. Sounds simple enough. I have tried so many concealers over the years. It's been a struggle. I mean, I tried it all. Nothing has worked. So that's where we're at today. I have finally come up with the perfect solution, easy 3-step system to perfect creaseless concealer every time. Dang, I should make an infomercial. I'm gonna throw it right over to No Makeup Steffi to teach you how to get perfect concealer. Here we go. Hi. Okay, so before we get into the actual concealing, I want to tell you how I just prepped my under eyes so you know how to get a good base going. So the two things that I've used to prep my under eyes today and every day, I use the Mario Badescu Chamomile Eye Cream. I use this morning and night. And then the primer that I use all over my face is the Bare Minerals Prime Time Original Foundation Primer that I got right here. These two products just leave you with a really nice hydrated base so that all the makeup goes on well over it, because there's nothing worse than foundation or concealer over dry, flaky skin. It ain't cute. So yeah, let's get into concealing. So step #1 is choosing the right concealers. Yeah, I use two, as you can see right here. One is actually a color corrector. This is the Urban Decay Naked Skin Color Correcting Fluid in the color pink. It says that it's optical blurring, illuminating, and color neutralizing. I really feel like it does help cancel out some of like the blue tones that I've got going on under my under eyes, as many of us do. They're so cute. So I use this in combination with an actual concealer. I use this one right here. This is the Kylie Skin Concealer in the lightest shade Pearl. I actually did a comparison video between this Kylie concealer and the Tarte Shape Tape. I'll link it right up here, but basically I went through like the pros and cons of each one. I did a wear test, shade test. It's some interesting stuff. So if you're a total fan of the Tarte Shape Tape and you've been thinking about the Kylie or like looking for some more options, check that out. Okay, so let's get into the actual concealing. So I start with the Urban Decay Color Corrector. What I do with this is I do a little there and a little there. Two like small areas. I'm not like, you know, drawing the giant triangle. That gives you a fake crusty look. It's not cute. And then I take the Kylie, which is one shade lighter than me. This is the trick. And I just dot it in the middle. What this is gonna do is act as a highlighter. So it's a little bit, not the whole thing, where you get that like super bright under eye that doesn't look natural at all. This combination that I've got right here, color correcting and then highlighting, is key. So this is step #1, choosing the right products and then applying them correctly. Step #2 is what you use to blend it in. I always used to use my fingers or a brush, never liked the application. It would just kind of sit on top of the skin and you like see the brush strokes in it, not good. BeautyBlender is the way to go. You don't even have to use BeautyBlender brand. I've used the Sephora brand ones. This is the Sephora brand one. Sephora also has like mini ones. I've used the Fenty Beauty one. There are a bunch of good ones, but basically you want to use a sponge. So I've already dampened this one. It's ready to go. And what you're gonna do is just bounce it in, and it's gonna kind of melt the concealer into your skin. So it's not sitting on top. It's fully blended in, and I bring it down a bit, bring it out, up to like the inner corner there. Just keep bouncing to blend it in. That looks beautiful. Okay, there we go. It's such a natural look. It doesn't look that much different than the other side, but all the dark blue tones are canceled out and it's a little bit brighter, a little more awake looking. You know, that's what we're all going for. So step 2, using the right tool to blend it in, but now step 3 is setting it correctly. So to set my under eye concealer, I've always used this powder. I love it. I ain't gonna stray from it. This is the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Setting Powder, a classic. And what I'm gonna do with this is lightly bake. I'm not gonna like, you know, pound on the product and leave it there for a long time and then wipe it off like a classic bake. You're always gonna like see the like powdery, dry, we're trying to keep a really hydrated under eye because that's gonna look young and fresh and awake and not like old and crusty and nasty. We don't want that. Okay, so, why did I not show you what I'm doing? Basically, I just tapped a little bit of the powder into the cap and now I pick it up with my Beauty Blender and I make sure that it's not like a big glob sitting on there. I bounce it, bounce it, bounce it. This is about what it looks like. And now I just press it all along where we put the concealer. Don't like pull it because that's gonna move the product. Go over it a few times. And there we go. Not powdery, not cakey, not crusty, no creases. You definitely wanna set it really fast before it can, you know, start to crease as you're like moving your face or whatever. And this is the result. Okay, so let me just even this out so we can see what both look like together. There we go. We got both eyes concealed, powdered, set, and looking pretty good, pretty cute. We've got our perfect creaseless concealer in 3 easy steps. Let me just real quick finish the rest of my makeup off and then we'll chat. She back. Look how bright our under eyes are looking. I see no creasing there. So to run through the 3 steps again, really quick, just so you don't forget, you wanna pick the right concealer. I use the combination of color corrector and highlighting concealer. 2, pick the right tool. For me, I found nothing works better to blend than a good old makeup sponge. Yeah. And 3, set it down properly so you don't have fading, moving, creasing, any of the bad stuff. So that's where my Laura Mercier powder comes in for a semi-bake. Yeah, that was a nice little recap. If you enjoyed my video today, if you learned something, make sure that you just scroll down and leave a big like on this video before you click out. This has been the 2nd video in my like 3-step series. If you want to check out my 3 steps to perfect lashes video, I will link it right there. If you enjoy this type of thing, make sure you let me know down in the comments that you want more of it. You want 3-step brows, 3-step eyeshadow, 3-step base, 3-step cheek like contour, blush, highlight. Let me know, just let me know. If you want to hang out with me a little longer, make sure you subscribe and join the ByStephieNics fam. You gotta just hit that big red subscribe button below. And super convenient, right next to it is the notification bell. And you guys know if you ring that bell, you're gonna get notifications on your phone every time I post. Whoa, new video. You click it. Bam! This has been a fun one. I really enjoyed filming it for you guys. I love teaching little makeup tricks that I picked up through the years. Hope you learned and enjoyed as well. Thank you so much for watching. As always, this was ByStephieNics. Bye.